We're here at East LA every Sunday night doing open mic. People come up and do whatever they do. So we're here every Sunday night. So come in and do your stuff. So come in and enjoy us. Enjoy us. My name is Willie Maven, your host of the evening. So welcome to Open Mic here at East LA. Thank you.
Tell me lies later, come and see me. I'll be around for a while.
I was probably 12, 14 when I started playing the guitar, and it progressed a lot in the summers, and then it had stagnant periods over the school years.
Tell me why.
I've always been interested in music. When I was really young, I had this like block of wood. I had like a woodworking set in our basement, you know, like a lot of kids. And I took just like a basic 2x4 and hammered in nails and put like rubber bands on it. And I had basically like a really crude guitar. And so my parents were like, you know, maybe we ought to get him a cheap guitar. And once I had that, I just went nuts.
I definitely have a job. There's no discussion there. And music is, I'd say, would weakly be stated as a strong hobby, and would actually be more accurately stated as almost a time-consuming and welcome pastime and relief from the job. But if it wasn't for the job, we wouldn't have our surroundings and so forth. So I work in the banking business, and if there's anything I can do for you, do you need a loan?
Walk of the stars will on Hollywood Boulevard.
I went through with my computer engineering degree, and I found that when I was a senior that it was very difficult to get a job. Even though I had a semi-good cumulative average, it was above 3.0, and so I was pretty, you know, stumped as to why I couldn't find a permanent job. But I was fortunate enough to get some summer employment at IBM in Kingston, New York. And then they sent me out to Fermi National Particle Accelerator, which then IBM let me go, and Fermilab is what they call it, picked me up for a little while to do some more programming. Finally, the University of Pennsylvania picked me up, and by this time I was getting a little sick of Fermilab, and I was all this time writing my own music, and just having a blast. But it was really frustrating for me, because here I am sitting in front of a computer for 40 hours a week, really when I felt like I could be out, you know, playing music and maybe sort of, you know, making some kind of statement about some of the things that I felt were wrong with the society in the U.S. at this point. And so I decided just to bag that job and to go back home, and I knew some good musicians here, and I thought that I might start up a band. And
Who do we have next?
You know, what brings me back to the place is the people. Ivans, our MC and host, some of the other fine musicians, okay? John Buttwind. Isn't that a great name, though? Seriously. I mean, you think Buttwind. You know, you think Butt, you think Wind, you think Buttwind. You think, oh my God. The guy plays great, though. It's sort of a funny thing, but maybe it's an inside joke. I don't know, but.
Why you want to say something like that?
A lot of really not talented musicians kind of trying to get, you know, some kind of recognition, you know, some kind of applause. And that's, you know, sort of what, sort of the bad side of the open mic, I guess. I don't know.
2000 party over rich all the time.
Walk into an open mic and to hear, you know, Knocking on Heaven's Door and all these other songs that they do over and over again, it's just the biggest drag for me. You know, I'd much rather hear someone do a terrible original song, you know, but at least it's original and that's what they're saying and that's what they mean.
What brings me back to East LA is a fine reception you get there too, because it can be quite a crowded pub, all right? And at a lot of times I've played crowded pub type venues, and basically it's a lot of barking dogs, no paying attention to the music, a dead cat or a rotten tomato goes by from time to time, an old carrot stub, even damage to the instruments and all that road business, okay? Doesn't happen at East LA.
Always with an open mic, things go wrong. It's so true. Every time you go down to an open mic, something will go wrong. And there's, like in this one, there's feedback, and the mic, you know, keeps falling down on me. So I'm like, then almost I'm grabbing the mic and putting it up. And
For specific following, is it a brand of person that you don't find in another place? Perhaps yes. But actually, there's East LA in the heart of the Westcott Nation, and it's a nice bedroom community around there, and there's a nice cross-section of mix in the community. A lot of professionals, professors, all of it. They're all there, and they drop in from time to time. The students enjoy participating, and you know, look at me. I'm a banker by day and a musician by night. I mean, there couldn't be worse of a Jekyll and Hyde, and I'm even allowed in there. So, I mean, there's something to be said for both. So. The people of East LA, they might be able to sell satin jackets that said East LA, and they'd be purchased only by those people, and then you'd have a true club. But outside of that, there isn't any specific fashion statement I can think of that would link them specifically to the pub, but they always seem to come. I think it'd be the cat's ass if I had a chance to actually play on a major venue on a national tour.
Considering maybe going back to work as a computer engineer. My theory was that, you know, anyone will buy original music, and I felt, you know, as long as we can make a nice quality recording, I should be able to sell it, you know, make some kind of profit, at least, you know, be able to subsist, you know, be able to stay alive, and that's, I'm really finding that that's not true. Kind of taking a new look, and I kind of jumped into it without really planning it out, so.
I want the bus, don't you? I mean, I want one of those airbrush tour buses, purple, you know, the big bird on the thing, stars on the thing, a little rowboat. I want the bus, and I want the garage to put it in. And that's going to take more money than I'm making banking, let's face it.
That people do see this and do listen to the music and kind of take an opinion one way or another, and know that we're out here trying to make a living, you know, which is very difficult to do.
And the stars are out for us tonight.
Well, if I could give last comments and have them preserved for human history, I would just like to use my last comments to say thank you to so many people. There's a gentleman named Christian that told me about the open mic scenario at Shifty's. That brought me into Shifty's. There's a guy named Dr. Blue. He's a great big guy. His hands are twice the size of mine. He wraps a guitar neck like this, and he plays like a wild fish. If it wasn't for Dr. Blue, I might have quit playing guitar. And if it wasn't for East LA, the little closet venue that I have in my basement may have never become public, and the opportunity for the springboard from there, you know, it's obvious. It's near infinity. So I just would like to extend gratitude with a gracious touch, and the fact that a place like in East LA exists for a musician like myself and others to air themselves. It's just exciting, and I'd say that's all of it right there. As a last comment, I would have to say thank you with an underscore. That's all I can say.